Did you know that baking soda is one of the cheapest performance-enhancing supplements that you can take? The reason for this is quite fascinating. Baking soda, also known as sodium bicarbonate, is simply a sodium molecule bound to a bicarbonate molecule. That bicarbonate molecule is considered one of the most important buffers within the human body. A buffer is something that can either donate or absorb hydrogens, keeping the pH of an environment stable. In the scenario of sodium bicarbonate, the bicarbonate molecule can actually absorb hydrogen ions that are produced during exercise and keep the pH of the muscles stable. This is extremely vital because the more hydrogens found inside of a muscle cell, the lower its pH. And if the pH of a muscle fiber gets too low, the muscle is no longer able to continue to contract. Interestingly, it doesn't actually appear like bicarbonate actually enters into the muscle cell. Instead, it actually sits inside of the bloodstream and pulls hydrogen ions and lactate molecules out of the muscle during exercise, acting almost like a hydrogen vacuum. We know the mechanism, so what do the studies actually say? In a meta-analysis of studies by some of the most notorious authors in exercise science, they came to 10 main conclusions. Supplementation of sodium bicarbonate from between 0.2 to 0.5 grams per kilogram can improve muscular performance. It also includes single and multiple bout exercise performance. This occurs in both men and women, and single dose supplementation should be approximately 0.2 grams per kilogram, at minimum to see an increase in exercise performance. But the optimal dose appears to be higher of about 0.3 grams per kilogram. But doses higher than 0.3 grams per kilogram do not appear to be required to maximize exercise performance, and they may increase the risk of adverse side effects. And the timing is said to be about 60 minutes before exercise performance. There are also studies looking at multiple day protocols, oftentimes called baking soda loading. And the best strategy appears to be 3 to 7 days of about 0.4 to 0.5 grams per kilogram, divided into multiple smaller doses throughout the day of about 0.1 to 0.2 grams per kilogram. And this long-term supplementation does appear to improve exercise capacity and exercise output. Importantly, the most common side effects include bloating, nausea, vomiting, and abdominal pain. But this effect can be minimized by taking smaller doses more frequently, or consuming it alongside a meal, and if possible, in enteric-coated capsules. Lastly, including baking soda with creatine or beta-alanine may provide the best results. And the last, but still notable conclusion, is that a portion of the benefits do appear to be placebo-driven, but there are a myriad of benefits driven by actual physiological changes. With that being said, as this listener very accurately states, there is a substantial amount of sodium inside of sodium bicarbonate. For 4.6 grams or 1 teaspoon, you would get approximately 1,250 milligrams, which is a little bit over 50% of your recommended daily value. With that being said, it doesn't appear like sodium bicarbonate has a substantial impact on resting or exercise blood pressure, and even in patients with chronic kidney disease, does not appear to adversely impact systolic blood pressure or negatively influence antihypertensive medication requirements. However, probably the most accurate way to ascertain whether or not sodium bicarbonate is negatively impacting your blood pressure is by having a blood pressure monitor handy and measuring your blood pressure 1, 10, and 30 days after using the supplement. With that being said, I hope you found it fascinating how this common household item may actually have the capacity to improve your exercise performance. With that being said, if you would like an individualized approach to nutrition and lifestyle to optimize your health, energy, and body composition, send me a DM to sign up for coaching.